Hi, my name's Samuel Leeds, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what area should you invest in, and also how do you go about putting a power team together in that chosen area. Whether this be a HMO property, a single let, flats, whatever the property is, what area should you be investing in, and how do you develop a power team? I speak to so many people that say, oh, I'm buying a house in Liverpool. And I say, why Liverpool? Well, because my son is moving to university in Liverpool and I want to try and kill two birds with one stone. Shoot me in the face, that's the most ridiculous thing you can possibly do, to try and kill two birds with one stone. What typically happens is you end up buying a bad investment property based on feelings rather than formulas. You'd be better off to buy a property that was purely down to it is a good investment. And then with the money, you can do what you want. You can fund your son through University of Liverpool. You know, buying a house that you could potentially stay in yourself as a holiday home, it just doesn't make any sense financially, so don't do that. Secondly, there's those people that say, it needs to be within an hour radius of my house. I say, so why? Oh, because if there's ever a problem, I need to be able to get there to sort it out. My response, what a terrible plan A. If your plan A is, I need to be able to sort it when there's a problem or if there's a problem, guess what? There will be a problem. Guess what? That's not financial freedom. That's called a headache. That's called a rope around your neck. You're better off to put systems in place whereby you'll never have to go. Last year I spent the whole of October in Africa, the whole of November in California, then went off to Thailand, then went to Poland. If the property was in Scotland or Birmingham or Wales, does it matter? Is it going to make any difference to me while I'm away? And the answer is no, of course not, because I have systems in place that create financial freedom, passive income, not headache rope around your neck. So with that being said, the first two things that I've told you what not to do are: one, don't buy in an area trying to kill two birds with one stone. It just doesn't work commercially. Two, don't feel like you have to buy near your house so that you can be there if there's a problem, because that's a really bad plan A. So next question, where should you buy? Well, you should buy one in an area whereby you have a very good return on investment. If people ring me up and they say, Samuel, I've got a deal. Okay, what's the deal? Well, it's near an airport. Okay, that's fantastic. What's the return on investment? What's the rent? Oh, well, they're actually going to be building a train station nearby and the capital growth is expected. Okay, what's the return on investment? What's the rent? I've got a small box, I need to put it in. Oh, well, actually, you know, the area is very nice, it's very pleasant, and there's a beautiful big garden, and it's really pretty. Let me show you a picture. Guess what? I don't care. I don't want to see a picture. I don't need to see a picture, because the bottom line is, it's about, this is an asset, and a good asset is something that gives you money every single month and puts money in your back pocket. So it's got to be a high return on investment property. Typically, I'll look to get a gross return on investment of a minimum of 20%. Sometimes it can be 30% or even beyond that. So it's got to be a good return on investment. Next, second thing is, you need a power team in the area. Namely, and most importantly, you need a good letting agent. If it's a HMO, vitally important. Accountant, solicitor, mortgage broker, they can be anywhere in the country. But if you're buying a HMO, you're going to need a really good letting agent in the area where they can rent the property out, they can find the tenants, they can completely manage it. How do you find a good letting agent? Don't ask a bunch of letting agents, do you do HMOs? And someone might say, oh yeah, we do HMOs. No, you want to find someone that specialises in HMOs. And there's a few ways you can find a good letting agent that specialises in HMOs. Namely, one, go to some networking groups around the area, or phone some local networking groups in the area and ask them. Two, you can go on spareroom.co.uk and find current landlords that are renting out their properties. You can ring them and you can say, how's it going? Do you fancy managing another property in the area? And you can actually get current existing HMO landlords to be your letting agent. Thirdly, if you source a property through an agent or through a deal packaging service, now I know all agents work differently. Ourselves, if I'm passing somebody a property on, I'll always make sure that that property has got a power team already in the area, so that's really important. So there's different ways you can do it. So effectively, I just needed to get this off my chest because a lot of people are making me go crazy by saying things like, it has to be near my house. Oh, I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. It doesn't matter. Buy anywhere where there's a high return on investment, and make sure that you have a good HMO letting agent in the area. If it's not a HMO, just someone that can manage it and look after it, giving you financial freedom and peace of mind like you deserve, and the reason you got into property in the first place. That's all for me, Samuel Leeds. If you've not got a copy of my book, Buy Low, Rent High, I cover a whole multitude of things in regards to where to buy, what to buy, how to buy, lease option agreements, no money down deals. So if you've not read that book, check it out. It's on Amazon, Buy Low, Rent High. In fact, you can get it free below on the link. Until then, see you next time.